A Jeopardy contestant has won Tuesday's episode and won over fans after revealing he's just grateful to be alive. Joe Velasco bravely spoke about an ice skating accident that nearly took his life before he appeared on the game show. Former champion Ken, 49, is hosting a 2.5-month Champions Wildcard Tournament. The special kicked off last Monday, inviting back 1, 2, and 3-time winners from season 37 and 38. Joe, a director of customer care originally from La Mirada, California, faced Robert Kaine, an editor from Los Angeles, California, and Morgan Briles, a librarian from Norman, Oklahoma. Ken asked Joe during the interview segment how your original show was the anniversary of something that happened to you. What was it? Joe revealed that his one-time win in 2020 was actually the 17-year anniversary to the day of a horrible figure skating accident that I former figure skater that almost claimed my life. He emotionally continued. So it turned the worst day of my life into the best day. And from there, I went on to do some amazing work with an organization that now provides support for Black and brown figure skaters. Joe added near tears, so I'm just really excited for this opportunity to be back. And thank you to Jeopardy. That's fantastic, Ken gently replied. I'm so happy you now have a happy anniversary to observe. Go Joe. By Double Jeopardy. Morgan had $11,300, Joe $3,400, and Robert $200. But Joe performed well and kept the game from being a runaway. Scores going into Final Jeopardy saw Morgan at $18,900, Joe at $10,200 despite a safe $2,000 daily double, and Robert at $8,600. Final Jeopardy. Under New Zealand read, Christchurch is the largest city in this New Zealand region that shares its name with an English city known for a church begun in the 6th century. Only Joe was correct with Canterbury, adding a huge $10,000 to leap to $20,200. He went from a far second place to the winner in quite the upset, looking so grateful. One fan wrote on Reddit, I thought Joe had blown it with his conservative $2,000 wager on DD3 in Morgan with a commanding lead. Fortunately for him, Robert closed strongly to prevent Morgan from the runaway. Another sweetly penned, so excited for Joe and his charity for brown and black figure skaters. Nearly bled out on the ice. Joe wrote on Instagram in 2020, sharing a selfie of the scar on his wrist and describing what happened. He wrote, My Jeopardy win on Sept 17 was more significant than most realize. For those who know I grew up figure skating, you may have heard about a horrific accident I sustained on the ice. As I felt myself landing incorrectly on a difficult jump, I reached my right hand down to stop myself from falling hard. A lot of you know how flexible I am, but where sharp blades are involved, extreme flexibility isn't always a safe quality to have. Meanwhile, my left leg whipped around behind me and the left blade came to a stop in the bone of my right wrist. I severed arteries, nerves, and almost every tendon. I nearly bled out on the ice. He continued, they had donor blood prepared and ready for me at the hospital. After a 6-hour surgery, I was saved. After a series of casts and months of occupational therapy, I had practically full, functional use again. I'll never be able to feel with my right index finger and thumb anymore, but that's no disability.